Hi, good morning. This is Andrea with our Reborn Nest adventure. It is really early on a Tuesday morning. I just got off the phone with some family and friends in Europe and thought I'd make this quick video. It's probably not going to be that quick. And this is in response to what you can expect for what your $1.99 buys you when you subscribe to Pixie Mommy's Reborn's membership channel. Now, mind you, these membership channels are for anybody to join. She said it herself. Come one, come all. Everyone is invited. Not that she really had any choice, because that's just how YouTube set up the whole system of memberships. Now, why am I suspicious, and why did I feel the need to sign up? Well, basically just to keep an eye out, because last year when I bought a defective doll from the Reborn Doll Collectives, and I tried to return this doll or get some sort of like a refund or discount or anything for this doll, um, the Reborn Doll Collectives and Pixie Mommy's Reborns and all of their minions went on their private Instagram accounts and smeared my name all over, put my social media information out on their platforms, um, hijacked my Instagram account, and sent a mass email to all the reborn artists and sculptors, telling them not to sell to me because I was quote unquote a scammer. Now, clearly, they don't know what a scammer is, because um, a scammer is, if I was a scammer, I would have gotten the doll and kept the money. And she has the money, and I got a defective doll for $950 that I sold at the end of the day for $450 or $500. That's not here nor there. The bottom line that I'm trying to make is, um, you can, back then, you screwed me over, and that was on you. Now, the second time, when I know that you have this membership situation going just to go after people you don't like, Pixie and Jen, and every one of your little minions, then I'm going to sign up, and I'm going to keep an eye out for you. Did I comment on any of your posts or any of your videos or any of your lives, Pixie? Nope, did not do that. I'm there to watch, and that's the only reason I was there, to watch, and I am still there to watch. The interesting thing, though, is when I was watching you tonight, my money really paid off, because what I saw there in your members only video was you trashing me once again. And I knew this was going to happen, and that's why I have the video link, and for just in case you decide to delete it, because not only you can take screenshot and and screen record things, other people can do that too. This whole thing about that you talked about tonight, like regurgitating this whole, doll situation with Inez. I don't know why you found that necessary to do that, since Inez has her money, and you had nothing to do with it. This was not your money. This was not your doll. This was none of your business, bottom line. So I don't know why you find it necessary. I mean, are you like her little henchman that you find that it's your job now to clean up the messes that Ines makes. I mean, if that's the way you roll, go right at it. Um, that's your deal. I mean, I would be embarrassed to do that. I don't do that for anybody. I am not the cleanup crew for anybody. Um, Let me just change my mouse here. Um, Now, what you were talking about was uh, that you were talking about my my vlog from Sunday and how I talked about different sculpts and um, different. Let me see if I can make this a little bit lighter. Whoops, no. Um, Different sculpts and different artists. And as usual, you do not understand English, or you purposefully misunderstand things, or don't want to understand things, or just put things in the way that you like to understand them to fit your narrative. I don't know what your trip is, but honesty is always good. It's a good policy to have. You should start with that. Um, you're talking about how I'm trashing my own reputation here, going after artists and sculptors. You're lying. You are a complete liar. I've never trashed a sculptor or an artist. That is something that you guys do. That's your forte. That's how you guys roll. Um, like going after, for instance, who is that? Little Giggles Nursery, Elaine von Trotten. Does that ring a bell, Ines? When you went after her and to ask her not to sell to me, and you were going to sell the doll, that custom doll that I had made, that I had her made, that you were going to sell that for her on your wall, community wall, so she wouldn't lose any money. How about your friend Leticia Moreno? When I bought the Alessia sculpt from her and wired her the money via PayPal and friends and family, no less. And within 24 hours later, she calls me up, or she texts me, or emails, I can't remember, and saying that somebody had contacted her, and which was you, because you were the person who was doing the most business with her, and asked her not to sell to me. So there was now 3 custom dolls that you guys interfered with, because Elaine also had another doll that was in the works, and I told her to basically stop because I didn't want any more dolls from her. When I was talking about Bianca Franke and Jacqueline Kramer, Alexa Calvo, you have no idea what I'm talking about. You just those are my favorite artists, and just because you try to spin it in some certain way doesn't make it reality, doesn't make it true. Look, if they don't want to sell to me, I don't care. I can spend my money anywhere. Trust me, there are plenty of artists out there, and if they believe trash like you without doing some fact checking, then I don't want to give them my money, to be quite honest with you. I joined your membership for 2 reasons. One, for self-preservation, and one for self-protection. And I'm so glad I did. The concern and worry I had about all of it came completely true tonight. Like I said, am I regretting joining your membership? Nope. That was a $2 worth spending. Because my theory became complete reality tonight. That this is no longer an assumption that I had about you. This assumption is now reality because I heard it with my own ears and seen it with my own eyes tonight. And that this channel, this membership channel, you create to trash other people. So, you can spin things however way you like. You will never ever be respected as a decent, good, kind-hearted person with a moral clarity. Morality could hit you over the head and you would not even know it. That's how dumb you are. You know, it's I could talk about some other things that I did see, but I'm not going to because I'm not like you. I do not um you know I don't hit below the belt like you do, and therefore I will not discuss what else happened in your on your channel tonight that did not pertain to me. I know that you were talking about being for most of the time, but about the doll part that you were talking about, I know that. I know the woman you got the doll from. I know the whole sordid detail about that, and that's really disgraceful. What happened there, because I know the whole story from one side to another, and it just goes to show like how sordid this whole community really truly is when push comes to shove. Now I want to show you guys like the type of people that follow Tasha on her channel. So let me see if you can see this. You see that? From Hello Dolly. Let me tell you something. This does not hurt me. You know what? Let me tell you something. I have lived a long life, and I've heard all sorts of things. That doesn't hurt me. This is on her, and this is on you. Trash talking people like that with no common decency, no filter, no education. I mean, the only thing that you have, Tasha, is your dolls. That's all you have. And you want to talk about how you are all so frustrated, that you, because, your frustration, your son can feel it. Your son is, autism, and, I'm jeopardizing your health and your well-being. Let me ask you this: where was your concern over my daughter's well-being when you guys trashed me all over social media? Where was it when I said my daughter was crying when she read your your um your name calling of me? For instance, calling me a scammer, a racist, a liar, a thief. Okay, where was your concern for my daughter there? Where was my your concern over my husband who had just had an accident and broke his femur doing this whole thing? And all this drama that I went through, and the heartache and the sleepless nights, set his recovery back 1 year, and my husband is still not well. You want to talk about, health issues and being harassed? Are you joking right now? You've got to be joking. It's you can surround yourself with all your little Shannons, and from what is her channel name, Love Me Some Reborn Babies 2 or whatever. It's amazing, that all of you end up, okay, you yourself, what do you always say at the end? God bless you, God bless you. You know what? Don't say God bless you in one breath, and the other breath, call people a scammer and a liar and try to take them down. Do not do that. It's unbecoming, period. As far as Shannon is concerned, isn't she a Sunday school teacher? Isn't she an elementary school teacher? For the both of you, you would be served better to take some classes at a local high school to learn how to spell and use some grammar. Because for being Americans and this is your first language, I tell you, I can spell better and use grammar better than you guys combined. So that's pretty sad. Um, we all have skeletons in our closets. Okay, Shannon has them, you have them, Ines certainly has them. And I tell you, I know about all of them. And you don't want me to start a membership channel and start spreading those skeletons all over the place because that would not be fun. I told you to provide me with your phone number so my attorney can call you so we can so you can take down these vlogs, these disgusting vlogs you made about me, and the same with Ines. Until that happens, no, you guys are, doesn't matter if you use my name or not. Just the fact that these things are still out there on your channels means that you are still talking about me. You're just not using my name. You're just doing it in a very, roundabout way. Is it any better? No, it's the same thing. So you know what? I told you via my wall, and I know you watch everything, because if you didn't watch everything, how would you know what I said on Sunday? Okay, in my vlog. How would you know what I said last Sunday in my vlog? And don't give me this crap about, oh, people send me screenshots. You know what? How about you saying, I remember you saying a couple of months ago, if you don't want to hear anything from anybody, if I don't want to hear anything from anybody, I tell them I don't want to see the screenshots. Please keep everything to yourself. I don't want to see it. I don't want to hear it. Well, what happened to you then? I thought you don't care about me. Well, obviously you do, because you're watching everything I do. It doesn't matter if you click on the video yourself or you have your buddies do it for you. What difference does that make? Not that I really believe that. But you know what? It's like, you're just dumb as dirt. You really are. What did you call me? Oh, I'm a rookie? Interesting. You know what? You don't know shit about me. Nothing. Nada. Zero. Zip. I have been a collector of ribbons for at least 4 years, going on 5. I've been in this community for 4 long years. 4. I mean, 1 year. 1 year and a couple of months. You have been here for 2.5 years. So, and when you started, you had no reborns. You got those twin A and twin B the same time that you started your channel. So in other words, your dolls became became the reason for your channel, or the other way around. You never had any interest in dolls before. What did you say to Laura Keck? That you don't play with these dolls. You only play with them on when you are making a YouTube vlog. That's interesting. What kind of hobby is that? That's not a hobby then. Then you're doing it just for your channel, for clicks. That's what you're doing it. That's not a real hobby. So that's bull, and you know it. And I'm also kind of like surprised that you didn't bring up to her the fact that since Laura also had an issue with custody and she went through a really horrible custody battle, that I'm surprised that Laura didn't do a little bit more digging, or that you didn't offer the information, but of course, why would you? that you went digging up information on another YouTuber here, Sam to be exact, you know that, with Jen, and Jen actually put it on her live, and you were in that live, and what did you say during the live while she was spreading that vomit? Oh, I know everything you're saying is true. I know I can certify this is all true, but this is not the time to do it. This is not the time to bring this up in this live. Well, let me ask you something. Unless you saw it for yourself, how do you know it's true? And what do you know about truth anyway? Because you looked, you spied, and you went into private court documents of a custody case that had over 20,000 pages, and you looked at 10 of those pages that were there on the Google search for case law for other lawyers to learn from, and you take that and run with it and endanger a young girl's life by calling by you know going into the most private part of this young girl's life and calling her mother a child molester. I mean, what is wrong with you? You need to just go to confession once in a while and clean your soul a little bit, since you're such a, you know, devout Christian. I'm a Catholic too, and you know what? I would never in a million years do what you have done. You and Ines, both horrid people. What you have done to Dawn from Tiny Magical Creatures, what you have done to Penny, what you have done to Emily, what you have done to Anne, what you have done to Jody, what you have done to Sharon. I mean, the list goes on and on and on and on. And this has been going on for 5 years. 5. And the people that are gone, they're gone because they just couldn't take it anymore, because it wasn't worth it to them. But I'll tell you, to me, I don't care, because you know what? I'll take you. I'll spend the 10 grand to have you fly to Georgia and to see you in court, because I've had it with you. So my suggestion to you is, you have my email address. You give me the name of your you give me your phone number so my attorney can call you, and to take down these disgusting, filthy videos you made, and the same with Ines. Or I stay on this membership for as long as I can, forever, and I'll probably join Jen's too. And you will never be out of my sight. I will watch every step you take, because unlike you, I'm not hiding that I watch you. I watch you, I watch Ines, I watch Jen, I watch all of you. Because if I wasn't, that would be stupidity on my part, complete stupidity. Let me tell you this. I'm a first generation immigrant coming to this country. I think I told you that story before. At 17 with $200 in my pocket. Okay? I have built a life here without any help from my parents, because they were working class people, so were David's. Okay? I have raised a family. I've 2 of my kids are married. I have grandchildren. I've been married for 31 years. I've built a house. I bought a house. I sold a house. I traveled the world. I don't need these dolls to make me feel good about myself. Period. End of story. And can I afford, like I said before, can I afford a $10,000 doll? Absolutely. But it would make me physically sick doing it. To spend that kind of money on a waste like that does not enhance your life at all in any way, shape, or form. That's just how I feel about it, because I know how hard my parents worked, and how hard I worked and David worked, to build a life. And we always put our children first. And if you put your children first, you wouldn't be spending $10,000 or $20,000 on dolls, because that $20,000 would be going into a college fund somewhere. And don't tell me, oh yeah, maybe I do that too. On what? On from what money? From your business that you tell everybody about? Oh yeah, what happened to? Oh, I can take it. You can all run with this. You can come after me when you were trying to protect Ines. You can run. You can come after me, and you can. I have a business, and you can Google my name because it's all over the internet. So you can come after me. Yeah, and then when Sam sent you a cease and desist letter to leave her alone because you went snooping in a private court case, what did you do? You went to your local police department. I mean, you are just crazy. You're a complete nut job. Um, so what happened to, oh, you can handle it. You are tough. You can handle it. And if anybody wants to go after anybody, come after you. Come after you. What happened to that? Now the story is a little bit different, huh? It's like, you know what? Go right on ahead. Go to your local police department. New York has got no jurisdiction over Georgia. And you know what? Any reasonable cop will laugh you out of their station. Because you know what they'll tell you is, if you don't have the stomach for it, then get out of YouTube. Period. Bottom line. And if any judge will ever hear this case, they'll tell you the same thing. But to me, you know what? Maybe it's worth it. Worth just the 10 grand. Just to have you spend the 10 grand also. Because I know it'll be a lot harder for you to spend the 10 grand than for me. Not that I really want to spend it. But you know what? I mean, at one point, I'm going to say this is it. This is enough. And I'm about there. So take those videos down and leave me alone. As long as your videos are up, my membership stays. And if I mean, you don't even know how many moles you have in your little crew there. Oh, what did you say? You have 33 members, and one of them is a mole. Okay, so you have 33 members. Okay, so you have the 33 members. You have Jen, that's one. Then you have her friend Tanisha, whatever her name is. Okay, she's another one. Then you have that other religious woman that's always off her rocker too. So she's in there. So okay, you can have her too. Okay, and then probably Kelly and all of those people. So how many legit people do you really have? And even if they were all legit, so you have what, $60? You made $60 this month. Okay, does it really I mean, are you really proud of that? I mean, is that really worth it to you to spew your hate out there for other people? I mean, is it really worth it? And you want to talk about your children and how they get affected when you are upset. You know what? You make your own misery. You do. You are the cause of your own miserable life. What happened to 2.5 years ago when you started your channel and you said, oh, I don't really like the area that we live in, but, because it's not really very safe, but we can't afford to move anywhere because we don't have really good credit. And then all of a sudden, it's like, oh, like within 2 years, all of a sudden you just, you evolved and you went from like a Bonnie Brown sculpt of $300-400 to a $5,000 doll, and you want me to believe that? I mean, trust me. I mean, you know what? Something is fishy. I know where you get this money from, and I don't want to say here because this is something that can be settled in court. But I tell you, you better stop talking about me on your channel. You better stop talking about in your membership. You better stop talking about me, period. And forward me your phone number. You know that I can get your phone number off of Google, but I want you to give it to me because I want you to make the effort to give me the phone number. So until that happens, my membership here will stay, and I will keep a really good eye on you. And for anybody else out there, any of my followers, please, if you're new to this community, please, 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 I beg you, watch these people's videos from beginning to end. Watch who they associate with. Watch their live streams. Even though the live streams that they made, talking about me, talking about Sam, talking about Emily, talking about all of the everybody in the community, they erase because they don't want any trace of it. So if you are really if so convinced that you're right about people, why are you always erasing your email, your lives, and um, putting videos on private? If you are so convinced that you're right about everything, why do you have to go into a private membership channel to talk smack about people if you think that you are so correct? Why? I have no idea. Well, I do, but I want you to figure that out. You probably can figure that out too. Um, but for anybody, like I said, for any of my followers, do not give any money to anybody in the Reborn community. It's not worth it. They're not offering you anything. The only thing you get to hear is smack about other people, and that makes you just as guilty. If you anybody that pays into this is just as guilty as the woman that is talking the smack. So you're not any better than if you pay her, or if you pay Jen, or if you pay anybody. This is not the right forum or the right community to even warrant $2. You get nothing out of it. Nothing. Do you get a vacation? Can you win a vacation? Can you win a car? Can you win anything? No. This is a ridiculous concept, and the only reason why it's here is to talk about people. That's it. Because YouTube doesn't offer, like Instagram, a private account. So this was their way. And it's really interesting. I really actually thought until Sunday or Saturday, whenever Jen's live was, I thought that, if you're blocked, I know I'm blocked from you and I'm blocked from Jen, that you couldn't really join a membership. And then Jen came up and completely corrected me and said, no, 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 you can join. Anybody can join. That's not up to you. Up to us to decide. That's YouTube that makes these rules. As long as you pay, that's it. So I said, well, maybe she's right. I don't know. Maybe I'll try. I'll try to see if I can get in. And I tried to get in, and boom, I was in. And I'm like, that is very interesting. So you know what? That's on you guys. To be so dumb. But I would have figured it out sooner or later anyway. But so that's all I wanted to say to you guys. Be careful out there. Um, these are not normal thinking people. These are not people that are in here for the right reasons. They're here because they have nothing better in their life. And these dolls, it's about the only way where they feel, you know, you know, accepted, or get the pat on the back, or people like show them like some love and some appreciation. It's really sad when you need them from strangers. Don't you have a family? Don't you have friends in your real life? YouTube is not a real life, right? You know that, right? I mean, anytime I hear people say, "You are my family," that's like ridiculous. Um, I mean, I like my followers. I have respect for my followers. I would never do what you have done to me. And I was a follower of Ines for 2 years before she screwed me over royally. And she saw me coming because she knew she had a bountiful baby sculpt made by Leticia Moreno. That's about the same time that the bountiful baby lawsuit happened. she got wind of it, and she was desperate to sell that doll to anybody. So here comes me, brand new to YouTube. Oh yeah, yes, Andrea. Okay, she doesn't know anything about anything. She doesn't know anything about Bountiful Baby, which I didn't. And I'm just gonna screw her over. And the reason I want to screw her over is because she didn't want to take one of my dolls that I sold, wanted to sell it for $750. I had to take a loss on it on eBay for under $550. So that's why she screwed me over. That's the only reason why she screwed me over. Because I wouldn't take one of her dolls, overpriced dolls. And I said, no, I don't want the doll. And furthermore, your dogs are all over your dolls, and I don't appreciate it. I'm not going to pay $950. And for you, Tasha, it is none of your business what I'm willing to accept for $950 or what kind of damage I'm willing to accept. That's not for you to decide what is a small defect and what is a big defect. That's not for you to decide. It's not your money, it's mine. And if this doll is not completely perfect and the magnet is shifted in the mouth on a $950 doll from a prototype artist, oh hell no, will I fix that doll? No, you better be fixing that doll yourself. And then you can send that doll back with the original body that this doll came with. Not the doll, not the body that Ines wanted to put this baby in before she decided, no, you know what? Wonderful Baby is going down the hill, and I'd rather get rid of this doll really quickly. Oh, and they're paying $950. Oh well, I'm going to take it. Let me tell you something. If you knew that this doll was worth $950, and if you wanted to do the right thing, you would have said, oh, you know what? No problem. Send me the doll back. I can sell to somebody else. So I fixed the magnet. I'll put the body on, whatever you like. I just want to make you happy. But you know what, Ines? You're just too dumb. You just drag your own reputation in the gutter by being so vicious and dragging this shit out now for a year and a half. I have been in this community since April. April is when I made my first video, and it's only to defend myself, against you and your minions. That's the only reason I ever made a YouTube channel. So you know what? Congratulations. I mean, you got your $950. Now shut the hell up. Honestly. Anyway, to the rest of you, sorry, but this had to be said, and I'm not doing a membership only just so I can talk. I'm saying it out here out loud for the whole community to hear what these people are all about. And if they don't like it, they can turn off. They don't need to watch. And the next person that sends me a disgusting email like that or a comment like that, Tasha, I will take a screenshot. I will send it over to my lawyer as well, because these are all minions of yours, and that's not going to look very good for you. So I'm going to go to bed. Have a good Tuesday. If I don't talk to you again, I might come back later this afternoon with a baby and with David, because he's got a few things to say as well in regards to this whole nightmare. So happy Tuesday to all. Take care. Bye.